Debate over a controversial bill in the Texas legislature is calling into question if some lawmakers are trying to prevent teachers from teaching multiple perspectives in history classrooms. Fox San Antonio's Robin O'Guinye talked to educators as well as the lawmaker behind the bill about its intentions.
Texas House Bill 3979 is one of several bills across the nation seeking to limit what public school students can be taught about history. The language also seems to limit the teaching of critical race theory, also known as CRT. Former social studies teacher Dr. Lawrence Scott of Texas A&M San Antonio describes critical race theory this way.
Critical race theory, again, and like I said, other theoretical frameworks as such, uses race as a lens to look at how we've arrived as a nation and what are some elements and areas in which we can improve and progress.
Representative Steve Toth says teaching critical race theory often berates white students for the history of their forefathers.
We do not want to objectify, especially our little kids, and to say there's something deficient about them simply because of the color of their skin. And that's what critical race theory does with these kids.
I asked Representative Toth what is the true intention of Bill 3979.
This bill doesn't even mention critical race theory. It simply asks.
But you did say that it mentions abstaining from critical race theory practices. So what's the difference between that and not being able to teach critical race theory?
It doesn't even mention critical race theory.
In an effort to once again clarify the intentions of the bill, I asked if students in the state had complained about being attacked because of the country's history with race.
Teachers in Trent Ashby's district who are saying they're ready to quit over being forced to teach critical race theory.
But this bill has nothing to do with critical race theory, correct?
It describes critical race theory.
That framework is usually not even introduced to people until you're in the higher ed space. There is no teaching critical race theory in public education. That doesn't exist.
Texas School Board Education member Marissa Perez says the bill is misguided, and she hopes teachers will want to continue to have diverse conversations with students.
I don't think I've met a single young person in public education who's unwilling to have these conversations and engage. It's more so coming from adults who are fearful.
House Bill 3979 did pass the House yesterday. It's now headed to the Senate. I want to mention during my interview with Representative Toth, he did mention he supports having diverse conversations about history in the classroom and that he doesn't want to strip teachers of their First Amendment rights. Robin O'Guinye, Fox News at 9.